Hello everyone, welcome to the course of Microwave Engineering. In today's class, we are going to discuss about Gunn effect devices. So let's see the points one by one. So the first point is Gunn effect diodes are named after a scientist called J.B. Gunn in 1963. So we have taken a Gunn diode as an example of a TED, and we have seen in the previous classes. We have also seen what is a Gunn diode, and we have also gone through the Gunn oscillations, right? Now, using this Gunn diode, we will be experiencing the Gunn effect, which can be used as an oscillator, which was named after J.B. Gunn in 1963. We have seen the concept of Gunn diode or Gunn oscillator in the previous class. Like we have also seen the graph like voltage VI characteristics of a Gunn diode, right? So what's happening there? As the voltage is getting increased, the current also getting increased up to a certain point. After that point, whenever the voltage increases, the current gradually falls down. So what the J.B. Gunn, the scientist J.B. Gunn, discovered is there are periodic fluctuations of current passing through. As we all know, TEDs are made up of gallium arsenide specimen. We have also seen in the difference between the transistors and TEDs, right? So remember, always TEDs are manufactured with the help of gallium arsenide, and there are some periodic fluctuations. What he discovered, when an applied voltage exceeds a critical level. That is what we have seen. When the voltage exceeds a critical level, the current gradually reduces. That's what we are calling it as negative resistance type. In a negative resistance types, that's where a diode or a Gunn diode starts acting as an oscillator. Now, this Gunn effect can be explained based on the two-valley theory of Ridley-Watkins-Hillsum. So in short, we are considering it as RWH, or the transferred electron mechanism. So this can be explained on the basis of two-valley theory of Ridley-Watkins-Hillsum. RWH theory, we simply call it as RWH theory. We can also call it as transferred electron mechanism. Now the gallium arsenide and some other semiconductor materials have one extra energy band in their electronic band structure instead of having two energy bands. Generally, we have two energy bands like valence band as well as conduction band, like a normal semiconductor materials. But in this particular Gunn effect, gallium arsenide energy band, we will be having one more extra band apart from valence band as well as conduction band. So this extra third band is empty at an initial state. So at an initial state, when there is no progress of voltage along versus with the current, the third band or the third extra band or the extra third band is empty in the initial states apart from the valence band as well as conduction band. Now, the whole mechanism involved in the operation of gallium arsenide devices, which transfers the electrons from lower conduction valley, which we are in short calling it as L valley, to the upper valley, which we are calling it as U valley. So there is an extra band in our gallium arsenide devices to explain the two-valley band theory, apart from valence band as well as conduction band. Initial state, that particular extra band or the third band will be empty. So the electrons, the whole mechanism or the basic mechanism of a gallium arsenide devices, lies in the transfer of electrons from the lower conduction valley, what we are calling it as L valley, to the upper conduction or an upper valley, which we are considering it as U valley. So this is a two-valley model theory, which is a graphical representation of the points which we have seen in the previous theory or the previous slides. So here, this graphical representation, we have three bands. One is valence band, and the second band is the third band, which we are talking about, that is the forbidden band, and the third band is the conduction band. Okay, so apart from conduction band and valence band, we were discussing and mainly focused on the third band, that is nothing but forbidden band. So you can see a forbidden band in a Gunn effect two-valley model theory. Okay, so the gap between the valence band and the conduction band, okay, for a forbidden band is given by Eg is equal to 1.43 electron volt. Okay, and you can clearly see here this valence band initially contains the electrons at the starting stage, and the conduction band has been subdivided into two valleys. One is L valley, which is nothing but called as lower valley, and the another one is upper valley, which is nothing but also called as U valley. Okay, if you see here, this L valley has got a low mass and high mobility of electrons. So if you see, the mass is around 0.068 and the mobility of electrons is around 8,000 centimeters square per volt seconds. So if you see here, in a L valley, the mass of an electrons is very, very less, and the mobility of the electrons are very, very high, okay, compared to the upper valley. Coming to the upper valley, the mass is very high. So the mass of an electrons is 1.2 compared, which is high compared to the lower valley or L valley. And the mobility of electrons is very, very less. That is 180 centimeters square per volt second, okay, which is very, very low compared to the lower valley. So this conduction band contains two valleys. One is lower valley, which we are considering it as L valley, and another one is upper valley, which we are considering it as U valley. And the gap between the lower valley as well as the upper valley is around 0.36 electron volt. Okay, so in the L valley, the electron's mass is very low and the mobility is very, very high. And the U valley, okay, upper valley, the electron's mass is high as well as mobility is low. Okay, why? We will be seeing it right now. So initially, all the electrons, the black dots, what you see here are the electrons. Okay, so initially all electrons are in the valence band. As soon as there is an increase in the voltage, okay, so the electrons starts moving from the valence band towards the forbidden band. Okay, so this band, forbidden band, is an intermediate between this conduction band as well as valence band, and the gap between this valence band and the conduction band in this particular two-valley model theory is around 1.43 electron volt. So initially, as the voltage increases, the electrons from the valence band move to the forbidden band. As we know, we have seen the VI characteristics of Gunn diode, right? So as the voltage increases, the current also increases, and the electrons start moving from valence band towards forbidden band. Now, when the electrons are in the forbidden band, as the voltage increases, the current also increases, and the electrons start moving from forbidden band to the conduction band, which is a lower valley. So the electrons from the forbidden band move towards the lower valley in a conduction band, from where the current reaches a maximum limit. Now, even though when the electrons reaches the lower valley or the L valley, as the voltage increases, the current don't get increased, it gradually reduces. Now, at this point, so let me put it in this way. So whenever the electrons are in the lower valley, as the voltage increases, the current decreases. Now, at this point, the electron starts going from lower valley to the upper valley. So whenever the electrons are moving from lower valley to the upper valley, as the voltage increases, the current decreases. This decrease of current from the threshold point or a peak point towards the decrease of the current is considered as negative resistance effect. Okay, at this particular stage, at this negative resistance effect, our Gunn diode starts working as an oscillator. So initially the electrons will be in the valence band, and as the voltage increases, the electrons move from the valence band to the forbidden band. As the voltage keep on increasing, the electrons from the forbidden band move towards the lower valley contained in the conduction band. Now, when the electrons move from the lower valley to the upper valley, as the voltage increases, the current decreases. Okay, but in the previous two bands, the valence band and the forbidden band, as the voltage increases, the current also kept increasing. But when the current, when the electrons moving from the lower valley to the upper valley, as the voltage increases, the current decreases. This is considered as a Gunn effect or the negative resistance effect. In this mode, in this negative resistance mode, okay, our Gunn diode starts acting as an oscillator. This is how a two-valley model theory justifies the Gunn effect concept.